Everyone's asking, how could she? Bengaluru CEO kills 4-year-old son. Horrifying murder details unravel. Cops suspect sedation before murder.
As a data scientist, I can relate to that very visceral personal.
Why did Bengaluru startup CEO kill her son? Top focus on 5ivelive.
It's been 3 days since that horrifying crime came to light, and the nation continues to be numbed with so many questions still to be answered. I'm leading today's edition of 5ivelive with that crime because some of those questions now have answers, but many of them are even more troubling when this crime first came to light. I'm Shiv. Thanks for tuning in. These are the headlines. Congress faces internal backlash from within the party ranks over Team Sonia declining the Ram Mandir invitation. BJP claims Congress's anti-Sanatan mindset has been exposed. Karnataka Chief Minister Chitradurga's big Mandir attack says inaugurating incomplete Mandir exposes Prime Minister Modi's mask of Hinduism. BJP lashes out, claims Congress once again hurting Hindu sentiments. BJP versus Mamata government escalates in Bengal. BJP workers and Kolkata police face off in North 24 Parganas over inaction in the Enforcement Directorate team attack probe. Defense Minister invokes bloody nose to China, asserts India is not weak, says China perspective towards India has changed after the 2020 Galwan standoff. Experts agree nobody has stood up to China like India has in the last 43 months.
2020 में जो भारत और चीन के बीच फेस ऑफ हुआ था, उसमें हमारे सेना के जवानों ने जो करिश्मा दिखाया है, जो बहादुरी दिखाई है, शायद उसके कारण चाइना की धारणा भारत के बारे में बदल गई है कि भारत अब कमजोर भारत नहीं रहा.
Controversy escalates after Netflix removes actor Nayanthara's film Annapurni from the app. This after Hindu groups allege the film's content hurt religious sentiments. Viewer, in an age when it's becoming more and more difficult to be truly horrified, truly numbed by anything, the story of a Bengaluru tech CEO, Suchana Seth, allegedly murdering her toddler son has made a nation's blood run cold. Every aspect of the story so far is unyielding, unrelenting in how frightening and inexplicable it is. If you've been discussing the story with your family or friends or colleagues, you know that the question we're all asking is, how could she kill her own child? How could a broken marriage and visitation rights after divorce drive a woman to do something so completely antithetical to being a parent that it literally makes the hair stand on end? How could Suchana think of putting her dead child into a suitcase and trying to make a getaway? What unspeakable horrors clouded her mind that she was driven to commit the worst crime that a mother can commit? None of these questions have clear answers yet. But our horror is absolute and it is certain. There is no debate on that. To us, Suchana Seth is the mother most foul. From the outside, we consume this story with a terrible sense of disquiet because this hits so close home to so many of us. Suchana is a middle-class woman, a young tech CEO. She has an active online life across social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. She's been a fellow at Harvard University on artificial intelligence, considered the leading edge of all tech endeavors. Her specialization was the field of ethics in the AI digital age. She had been divorced like millions of people are. In a sensational crime of this kind, the bare bones story that hits you in the face at the start is always a visceral first impression. We've decided already that no matter what the details that follow, what the reasons, nothing on earth can excuse a mother murdering her child, and that will not change, because that's the unshakable truth. But as the hours and the days pass, the layers of the story, viewer, as you can see here on India Today, are peeling away. This bloodless mother gives way to a remorseless accused in custody, and then come some more layers that suggest a background of possible domestic trauma, that she may have tried to die by suicide after allegedly murdering her child. Reports of domestic abuse of both mother and child have also erupted now in some reports, suggesting that so horrifying was the prospect of allowing her former husband any contact with them that she drove herself to a state of total, soulless, murderous, criminal inhumanity. That there's a deep layer of mental health, possibly anxiety and depression, we don't know yet. You stop and wonder for a moment, is that really true? Could that be one of the things to think about? Could that be the reason she murdered her own child? But it takes you only a split second to remind yourself that nothing can or should come anywhere close to justifying such a horrifying crime. Because truthfully, viewer, nothing does. But by choosing to either ignore these possible layers, the context, are we actually ensuring that such things will happen again? By assuming this is a black and white tale of a woman so sick, so disconnected from all that is good, that she would harm her own offspring, do we run the risk of allowing a repeat of such an act? Suchana Seth was a woman who lived in colonies like the ones we live in. She interacted with people. She had friends. She had colleagues. Are we uncomfortable with the details and possible background because there is comfort in the belief that Suchana Seth was a two-dimensional demon and her actions require no inquiry or understanding? Comfort for us in not having to get into the complexities that may have driven a mother to commit the absolute and utter unthinkable. Because those complexities may hold a mirror that expands beyond this monster mother and into this age that we live in, an age that we share with Suchana Seth. It could pick at scabs and scars we would rather were left alone. It shines light into dark places where we don't want conversations to happen. There will be those who say, shut up, Shiv, there is no gyan that justifies what she did. Stop trying to make excuses. But viewer, that's precisely the point I'm making. There are no excuses. There is absolutely nothing that justifies or excuses what this woman is accused of doing. But do we not owe potential future victims of such crimes at least an attempt to understand what happened and address it? If we don't, isn't it likely that there will be another Suchana Seth? The mother must pay for her crimes to the maximum extent of the law. That is an unshakable truth. But our age is doomed to have more Suchana Seths if we choose to close this file without dwelling on it for as long as necessary. I wanted to share that with you. Thank you for listening. And now let me bring you the very latest in the investigation of this crime that has made the country's blood run truly cold. A horrifying murder that began in Goa, and that's where the investigation is taking place. Suchana Seth is in custody with the police. She's denied killing her 4-year-old son, but sources in the investigating agency suggest that she is showing no signs of remorse and has not been cooperating with the police. The police suspect Suchana killed the child to stop her husband from meeting their son. They were divorced and he had recently been granted visitation rights on weekends by a court. Take a look at the latest of what we know.
A gruesome child murder by the mother most foul. A ghastly crime which stunned India into disbelief. And now shocking details are emerging in the murder of the 4-year-old child by his mother. CEO and Harvard alumna Suchana Seth, she was taken for a psychological evaluation to assess her mental state and help find her motive. Seth has been booked for murder, destruction of evidence, and also under Section 8 of Goa Children's Act 2003. While Suchna Seth has denied killing her son, sources suggest that she is showing no signs of remorse and has not been cooperating with police. Cops suggest Suchna killed the child to stop her husband from meeting their son.
ये महिला यहाँ पर 6 जनवरी को आई थी और 8 को 12:30 बजे के करीब ये यहाँ से गई। तो यहीं से इसमें जो होटल के बंदे थे उनको ये संदेह हुआ कि ये महिला जो है अपने बच्चे के साथ आई थी, लेकिन बच्चे के बिना जा रही है। तो जब वो इनका कमरा साफ करने लगे तो इनको वहां कुछ खून के धब्बे भी मिले, जिसकी वजह से उनका संदेह जो था वो थोड़ा मजबूत हो गया। तो उन्होंने तुरंत हमारा जो 112 है ERSS सिस्टम, उस पर सूचना दी कि एक महिला यहाँ पर आई थी और वो बच्चे के साथ आई थी, और जब वो गई है बच्चा उनके साथ नहीं है और उनके रूम में इस तरह से पाया गया।
During interrogation, she revealed that her son liked Goa and that she got struck in traffic while fleeing. Cops are also trying to get the version of her estranged husband, Venkat Raman, who is locked in a divorce battle with Suchna. India Today tracked down driver of Suchna's getaway cab, who said that she was silent throughout the journey, adding that he was horrified to discover the passenger carrying a child's body.
10:30 पौने 11 बजे गोवा पुलिस का कॉल आया। गोवा पुलिस का कॉल आया और बोला कि आप अभी रात को एक होटल से एक औरत को लेके गए, क्या उनके साथ कोई बच्चा है? मैंने बोला नहीं है, अकेली है। ठीक है, मैंने बोला क्या हुआ? नहीं, उनके होटल से कॉल आया था कि और उनके होटल के रूम के अंदर थोड़ा ब्लड स्टेन वगैरह मिले हैं। उनके बात करने के बाद में पुलिस ने मुझे बोला कि मुझे 15-20 मिनट दे दो, मैं तुमको फिर से कॉल बैक करता हूँ। मैंने बोला ठीक है। फिर आगे जाके 15-20 मिनट बाद कॉल आया और बोला कि हम जो मैडम ने एड्रेस दिया था, कुछ डिटेल्स दिया था, वो सब फेक निकला और अभी हम लोग 100% श्योर है कि कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ है ही करके।
According to the couple's divorce documents, Suchna had filed a domestic violence case in August 2022 against her estranged husband, accusing him of physically abusing her and their son, a charge Venkat denied in court. The post-mortem report of the child exposed harrowing details. The child was smothered to death using a pillow or a blanket on Saturday, possibly after being sedated with 2 bottles of cough medication.
ಐಮಂಗ್ಲ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಅವರು ಮಗುವಿನ ಶವ ತಂದು ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಶವಾಗಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಪ್ರಕರಣ ನಡೆದಿರೋದು ಗೋವಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈ ಗೋವಾ ಪೊಲೀಸರೇ ಬಂದು ಅದರ ತನಿಖೆಯನ್ನು ಮುಂದುವರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಈಗ ಇವರು ಗೋವಾ ಪೊಲೀಸರು ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಶವವನ್ನು ಶವ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಾವು ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ.
With many unsolved links and mystery over killer mother's motive, the ghastly child murder remains a challenge for probe agencies. With Arvind Ojha in Delhi and Sagaya Raj, Anaga Keshav and Nagarjul in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let's go straight across to India Today's Crime Bureau Chief Arvind Ojha for more on this. Arvind, क्या कोई क्लैरिटी सामने आया है कि सूचना सेठ ने ये मर्डर जो है क्यों किया? अभी कुछ लेयर्स सामने आए हैं, कुछ रिपोर्ट्स के मुताबिक ये भी जानकारी मिली है कि शायद एक बैकग्राउंड है, कुछ डोमेस्टिक अब्यूज़ के एलिगेशंस भी शायद थे। हमारे पास क्या जानकारी है अभी तक, अरविंद?
जब ये क्राइम कमिट हुआ उसके नेक्स्ट डे ही इंडिया टुडे ने सोर्सेज के हवाले से जो इस क्राइम का मोटिव क्या है उस बात का खुलासा किया। और आज डीजीपी गोवा सिर्फ और सिर्फ इंडिया टुडे पर आज उन्होंने इंटरव्यू दिया और उसमें उन्होंने मोटिव के बारे में खुलासा यही किया है कि हस्बैंड वाइफ के बीच डिस्प्यूट था जो कोर्ट तक पहुंचा था। कोर्ट ने ऑर्डर पास किया था कि हर संडे को बच्चे के जो पिता है वो बच्चे से मुलाकात करेंगे। और जब से ये कोर्ट ने ये ऑर्डर पास किया था तब से जो सूचना सेठ है वो काफी ज्यादा डिस्टर्ब थी और सैटरडे को वो गोवा पहुंचती हैं और उसके बाद अपने बेटे का मर्डर वो करती हैं। दम घुटने से, जो इनिशियल पीएम रिपोर्ट है उसके मुताबिक दम घुटने से बच्चे की मौत हुई है, क्योंकि कोई एक्सटर्नल इंजरी नहीं है। इंटरनल इंजुरी है, वो इंटरनल इंजुरी तब आती है जब स्मॉदरिंग होती है, तब आती है। तो इस वजह से ऐसा लगता है कि किसी पिलो को बच्चे के मुंह पे रखा गया है और उसका मुंह दबाया गया, जिससे उसकी मौत हो गई है। उसके बाद जो अक्यूज्ड वुमन है, उसने अपने रिस्ट को भी कट किया है। उसी अक्यूज्ड वुमन का जो ब्लड था वो होटल में मिला था, ये कंफर्म किया है डीजीपी गोवा ने। तो मोटिव पूरी तरह से क्लियर है। ये जरूर है कि जो अक्यूज्ड वुमन है सूचना, वो अब इंटरोगेशन के दौरान कोऑपरेट नहीं कर रही है गोवा पुलिस को। जाहिर सी बात है, हाईली एजुकेटेड वुमेन है, कानून के बारे में काफी जानकारी होगी, लेकिन डीजीपी गोवा का कहना है कि काफी एविडेंस है, उसको सामने रखकर सूचना को कन्फ्रंट किया जा रहा है। 6 दिन की पुलिस कस्टडी है और काफी एविडेंस है जिससे क्लियर होता है कि सूचना ने अपने 4 साल के बेटे का मर्डर किया।
Stay with me, Arvind. Sagai Raj is also with us live from Bengaluru. Sagai is one of the few journalists who's had a chance to speak with PR Venkatraman, the father of the boy who was killed. His ex-wife, Suchana Seth, is the person who's in custody now. Sagai, obviously the father in no condition to be on camera at this point of time, and we're not going to push that either. But what has he been able to throw any light on what happened? We've heard many different layers. There is one digital report doing the rounds about domestic abuse and restraining orders as well. What does he say? What does the father say?
See, of course, father says that he is innocent. He has never involved in any kind of domestic violence. Yes, the case is under legal scrutiny, where the case has been heard in one of the courts here in Bengaluru. But what we get to learn is that this is authentic information that we received from the father's side's family, that on 6th he had messaged Suchana saying that he had to meet his son on 7th, that is on Sunday. She said okay, but she will not be able to bring the son to Rajaji Nagar, where Venkatraman says. So that's when she asks him to come to Sadashiv Nagar, where will be a center point where he can come and pick him up and later on drop him there after spending good time with them. So accordingly, he reaches around 11 o'clock, but she doesn't answer the phone call. She doesn't reply to the messages. He even sends an email to her. She doesn't even bother to reply. On 7th, when she was supposed to be in Sadashiv Nagar, but she is there in a hotel in Goa. And what we also get to learn is she's always been talking to the family members, saying that the son looks similar like her husband, estranged husband. And whenever she looks at him, she feels like she is looking at her son, his estranged husband, and she was not feeling good. So she was not feeling good that even her husband want to see the son quite often, that is on Sundays, and even she want to fight against that legally. Unfortunately, what we have seen is a murder where she bought 2 bottles of cough syrups. She want to ensure that the process of killing is smoother, where the son should not suffer. She made him to drink, she made him to sleep, so that when she executes her plan to kill him with the pillow, he should not suffer and struggle.
It's just, it's heartbreaking, infuriating, numbing. It makes the blood run cold. I've run out of ways to adequately describe how one feels when we hear about the details of this case. Both Arvind and his team and Saga and his team in Bengaluru will be tracking this story very closely. Thanks to the both of you for bringing us the latest on this. As you know, the investigation is still taking place. There are allegations that Suchana Seth is not cooperating. She may be in a sense of shock as well, but she must be punished to the full extent of the law. There can be no argument on that. She is going through the motions as far as the law enforcement is concerned, and we will keep you updated on every aspect of it. Here's our special report, an inside story on Suchana Seth and this crime.
January 2024, Saturday, Kempe Gowda Airport, Bengaluru. She claims to be the artificial intelligence ethics expert, a data scientist and the founder and CEO of startup company Mindful AI Lab. 39-year-old Suchna Seth flew from Bengaluru to Goa on 6 January with a 4-year-old son. After landing at Goa airport, she checked in at the Sol Banyan Grand Hotel in the Candilim area. She planned to stay there till 8th January as per her booking details. A single mother travelling to Goa with son for a holiday. That's what it seemed. On 8th January at around 10 p.m, Suchna called the hotel reception and booked a cab for Bengaluru. The person at the travel desk of the hotel advised that instead of travelling by cab, air travel would be much cheaper and save time as well. But she insisted on a cab booking. Around 1 a.m. on 9th January, Suchna Seth checked out of the hotel and set off in an Innova car.
होटल के स्टाफ से एक टैक्सी अरेंज करने के लिए रिक्वेस्ट किया. उनको जाना था बेंगलुरु. तो टैक्सी होटल के स्टाफ ने ये पूछा कि बेंगलुरु के लिए गोवा से फ्लाइट चीप रहेगा और टैक्सी ज़्यादा महंगा पड़ेगा. बट वो लेडी इंसिस्ट किया कि उनको टैक्सी चाहिए. इमीडिएटली चेकआउट किया, अपने लगेज टैक्सी में रखा. टैक्सी होटल के स्टाफ ने अरेंज करके दिया.
She came out of the hotel with only one piece of luggage. There was no other person. Her son was missing, with whom she had checked in on 6th. It takes about 10 hours to cover the distance of 550 kilometers between Goa and Bengaluru. While Suchna was on her way to Bengaluru, the hotel staff started cleaning her room in the wee hours. One of the staff spotted blood stains in the room vacated by Suchna. Sol Banyan Grand Hotel manager immediately informed the Kalingut police station. At around 8 o'clock in the morning, police arrived at the hotel. There was a new guest in the room. Police first interrogated her. That's when, for the first time, realization dawned that something went wrong when Suchna vacated the room at 1 a.m. that morning. Goa police now started investigating Suchna. They went through the hotel booking log details. CCTV footage and the missing piece of the puzzle emerged. Suchna's 4-year-old son. She checked in the hotel with her son but left without him. Police were also informed how, despite the advice of the hotel travel desk, she insisted on a cab booking to Bengaluru. Big question was, where did her 4-year-old child go? And more importantly, who did the bloodstains in the room belong to?
अर्ली मॉर्निंग में होटल के स्टाफ रूम के सफाई के लिए गया तो वहाँ पे रेड कलर्ड स्टेन्स मिला जो उनको लगा ये ब्लड है. इमीडिएटली होटल के लोगों ने पुलिस स्टेशन कलंगूट को इन्फॉर्म किया. जैसे ही पुलिस स्टेशन कलंगूट में इंफॉर्मेशन आया, परेश पीआई अपने टीम के साथ वहाँ पे पहुँचा होटल में और प्राइमा फेसी ब्लड स्टेन्स लगा.
The police called the travel agency who provided the car details for Suchna's trip back to Bengaluru.
इसे कांटेक्ट करने की कोशिश की. जो ड्राइवर लेडी को लेके जा रहे थे उनके मोबाइल नंबर होटल से मिला. ड्राइवर से बात की. ड्राइवर के फ़ोन के थ्रू वो लेडी से भी बात की तो उनसे पूछा कि आपके बच्चे कहाँ हैं. तो वो लेडी ने ये बोला कि वो जो बच्चा है वो उन्होंने माडगांव में किसी फ्रेंड के घर पे थोड़ा दिन रहने के लिए छोड़ा है। परेश ने इंसिस्ट किया कि वो एड्रेस उनको बता दिया जाए, तो लेडी ने एक एड्रेस भी दिया। परेश ने इमीडिएटली फतोड़ा पुलिस स्टेशन के पीआई को कांटेक्ट किया और बोला एक बार जाके चेक करने के लिए। इमीडिएटली फतोड़ा पीआई वहां पे चेक किया तो एड्रेस फेक निकला।
Goa police now called the driver back and told him cautiously that he should stop at the nearest police station without any further delay.
Showing presence of mind, परेश ने विदाउट द नॉलेज ऑफ द लेडी ड्राइवर से बात किया और ड्राइवर से ये इन्फॉर्मेशन पास किया कि इमीडिएटली द टैक्सी हैज टू बी टेकन टू द नियरेस्ट पुलिस स्टेशन।
The cab was passing through Chitradurga area of Karnataka, 200 kilometers away from Bengaluru. The driver spotted Imangala police station in Chitradurga and he drove straight to it. He told the police at Imangala about the instructions he received from Goa police. The two cops briefed each other on phone. Imangala police started its search operation of the cab. They found Suchna's big bag. And as soon as they opened it, they found the dead body of a child. Suchna was immediately taken into custody and Goa police was informed. A team of Goa police set off for Imangala police station in Karnataka's Chitradurga.
Imangala police station, वहाँ पे गाड़ी, we asked the driver to go to the nearest police station. So he went to the Imangala police station and once they reached Imangala police station, वहाँ पे Imangala police station के police officers ने वहाँ पे चेक किया, चेक किया तो बॉडी देखा तो उसके सस्पिशियस सिचुएशंस में थे तो दे डिटेन्ड। As after by that, we registered FIR and so arrest was done by them and now our team reached the transit remand tribunal.
The Goa police had many questions. First, the identity of the dead child. Was he Suchna's son? If so, then why did her mother kill her son? After the murder, why did she keep the dead body in a bag and travel a distance of 550 kilometers to Bengaluru? If it was to dispose of the dead body, why didn't she do so in Goa? First, the Goa police presented the information collected from their initial investigation in a court in Chitradurga and obtained a transit remand for Suchna Seth. They kept the child's body in government hospital morgue in Chitradurga for post-mortem.
Immediately, कलंगुट पुलिस स्टेशन ने होटल के सुपरवाइजर के कंप्लेंट में मर्डर का एफआईआर रजिस्टर किया 302, 201 एंड सेक्शन 8 ऑफ गोवा चिल्ड्रंस एक्ट। इमीडिएटली परेश के टीम इधर से चित्रदुर्गा डिस्ट्रिक्ट पहुंचा आईमंगला पुलिस स्टेशन में, तो वहाँ से वो लेडी को हमने डिटेन किया, वहाँ पे अरेस्ट किया, वहाँ पे कोर्ट में पेश किया और ट्रांसिट रिमांड लेके अभी गोवा में जज के पास प्रोड्यूस करेंगे। द बॉडी ऑफ द विक्टिम बॉय इज प्रिजर्व्ड इन द मोर्ग इन दैट डिस्ट्रिक्ट ओनली और वहाँ पे पोस्टमार्टम करने के लिए हमने रिक्वेस्ट भी किया है। तो पोस्टमार्टम करने के बाद बाकी ज़्यादा डिटेल्स पता चलेगा हाउ एंड व्हेन द बॉय वाज डेड।
Now the Goa police left Chitradurga with Suchna Seth in their custody. She started talking on the way to Goa itself. The mystery was solved after further questioning on arrival in Goa. "39-year-old Suchna Seth was born in Kolkata. Multilingual and a topper in physics, she did her post-graduation in Sanskrit before studying data science."
Official address, that is a registered office address in MG Road. When you checked in MG Roads in a registered office, the security as well as the officials of that particular building said that it was a co-working space and she had never visited after the registration in the year 2021.
In 2010, Suchna met Venkataraman from Kerala in Bengaluru. They fell in love and got married.
The accused is actually Suchna Seth. बच्चे बॉय और उनके जो आइडेंटिफिकेशन कार्ड जो होटल में दिया था वहाँ से इनका एड्रेस बेंगलुरु पता चला. तो इनिशियल इंट्रोगेशन में इन्होंने ये बोला कि ये बेंगलुरु में सेटल्ड है. शी इज ओरिजिनली फ्रॉम बंगाल एंड शी इज मैरिड टू ए केरलाइट. शी इज वर्किंग एज CEO of an AI company, artificial intelligence company, which requires further verification.
After 9 years of marriage in 2019, their son was born. Till then, life was smooth sailing. But everything went downhill during the COVID pandemic of 2020. They started to fight frequently, and when things went beyond control, they decided to live separately. Their child stayed with the mother, and Venkataraman would often come to meet his son. But when Suchna tried to stop these visits, Venkataraman went to court, and they both filed for divorce and started a bitter fight over the custody of their son. Finally, around the end of 2023, the District Court of Bengaluru legally processed their divorce, and custody of their son went to Suchna Seth. Venkataraman got the visitation rights for every Sunday of the month. But Suchna was not happy with this decision. She wanted nothing to do with her now divorced husband. She hated the happiness and the bonding of the father and son.
The case is in the initial stage of investigation, so it requires more efforts to confirm what is the motive. But prima facie, जब लेडी से हमारे इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग ऑफिसर्स ने बातचीत की तो उन्होंने ये बोला कि उनके हस्बैंड के साथ जो रिलेशनशिप है दैट हैज नॉट गुड. इनके डाइवर्स प्रोसीडिंग्स ऑलमोस्ट फाइनलाइज भी हुआ है एंड देयर वाज सम कोर्ट ऑर्डर बिकॉज ऑफ विच शी वाज वेरी अनहैप्पी.
In her twisted logic, Suchna concluded that the reason for Venkataraman's happiness was their son. She decided to end him. New Year gave her the opportunity. Venkataraman met his son and went abroad for work. On 7 January, he was absent for his routine weekly visit due to preoccupation, and Suchna took advantage of it and left Bengaluru on Saturday, that is the 6th of January. She came to Goa and stayed there for 3 days with her son. The innocent 4-year-old loved both his parents. In a moment of ignorance, he mentioned his father during their stay in Goa. And Suchna, driven by hatred for Venkataraman, strangled her son to death between 8 and 10 p.m. on 8th January.
He has been strangulated mostly by smothering, and he has died because of strangulation.
So was there any weapon that was used? Did you find any blood
weapon.
marks?
I think he has used some material to compress his chest, neck. Okay. Mostly commonly available things are this pillow or something. By that he has compressed his neck.
Suchna, after killing her son, was not sure about what to do with the dead body or how to dispose it. She knew that if she took a flight back to Bengaluru, there was no way that she could dodge the security with the dead body stuffed in a bag. In Goa, she was an unknown entity, so there was a risk in disposing of the body. Suchna decided to take a cab and travel by road to Bengaluru. And while on road, she thought she would find a way to get rid of the dead body at some deserted spot.
Right after killing her own son, she has tried to kill herself by slitting her wrist, failing which she decided to pack up her dead son in a luggage and head straight to Bangalore to abscond. And that's when the Chitradurga police, that is the Ayamangalam police, have apprehended her after a notification from Goa police, and the body of the 4-year-old son is in the mortuary where we are at, and the woman who killed her own son is with Goa police.
It might have worked, but the universe had its own plans. Had the staff at Soul Banyan Grand Hotel not spotted the bloodstains, the story would have been different. Their promptness and suspicion led to the police investigation, and the missing link in Suchna's otherwise perfect plot was revealed. Suchna had checked in the hotel 3 days ago, but left in a hurry in the middle of the night alone with only one huge bag. Goa police, tipped off by the hotel staff, were prompt and equally cautious in alerting the cab driver. They ensured that Suchna had no escape route. The cab driver cooperated and made sure that the heinous crime of a mother murdering her own son was revealed.
होटल वालों ने इमीडिएटली हमें इन्फॉर्मेशन दिया. एक्चुअली प्रेजेंस ऑफ माइंड दिखाया होटल ने, हमारा पुलिस के टीम ने, ड्राइवर ने, बिकॉज ऑफ विच इमीडिएटली वी वर एबल टू come to the as much as possible.
A 4-year-old innocent child lost his life as his parents couldn't love each other enough, even after separation, and he paid the price for his mother's hatred. Parents who were supposed to love and cherish and protect him became the mother most foul who murdered him. With Arvind Ojha, Ritesh Desai from Goa, Sagai Raj from Chitradurga and Anaga Keshav, Bureau Report, India Today.
And coming up next, I'm going to bring your attention to a horrifying, sickening, moral policing shocker from Karnataka. All of it caught on camera. It's a story that gets worse with each passing hour. I'll bring you that next.
Police, the mortal remains of the 6 victims are being exhumed from their graves on the same day.
ആ കഥയുടെ നടുവിൽ എല്ലാത്തിന്റെയും സൂത്രധാരിയായി ജോളി എന്ന സ്ത്രീയുണ്ട്. ആരായിരുന്നു ജോളി? നാട്ടുകാരിലും വീട്ടുകാരിലും സംശയമുണ്ടാക്കാതെ 6 കൊലകൾ നടത്താൻ അവർക്ക് എങ്ങനെ കഴിഞ്ഞു?
There were contradicting takes on who she was. Some would say that she was very good. Others would say that no, but she always had this dark side to her.
കുടുംബമൊക്കെ വന്നോട് നന്നായിട്ട് ഇപ്പോൾ കുടുംബത്തിലൊന്നും ഒരു അഭിപ്രായ വ്യത്യാസം ജോളിയെ കുറിച്ചില്ല.
അത്രയും ബന്ധമുള്ള കുടുംബം, അത്രയും ബന്ധമുള്ള അയൽവാസികൾ, പിന്നെ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ട്.
ആ ഒരു വ്യക്തി എനിക്കിനി ലൈഫിൽ എൻ്റെ മദറായിട്ട് കാണാനായിട്ട് പറ്റും.
Goa is in mourning as it bids farewell to a 4-year-old victim of a heinous crime. Suchana Seth, co-founder of a Bengaluru-based artificial intelligence startup, Mindful AI Lab, and a Harvard fellow who made it to the list of best women in AI ethics, is in police custody for allegedly killing her 4-year-old son in a resort apartment in North Goa's Candolim. While the Goa police are carrying out an investigation, medical professionals who executed the autopsy have confirmed the method of murder. The post-mortem report of the deceased child has unraveled the harrowing details of the crime. The little boy, allegedly killed by his mother, was suffocated to death using a pillow or a similar object approximately 36 hours before his body was discovered. A vein on the boy's face had popped due to pressure of the strangulation. Recovery of 2 cough syrup bottles from Suchana's hotel room give credence to suspicions that she may have sedated the child before murdering him. Police suspect that this is why the dead child had no struggle marks. The doctors also added that Suchana attempted suicide after murdering her son, possibly by trying to cut her wrists. Now I want to shine the light, viewer, on a moral policing shocker from Karnataka. This is in a place called Haveri, where on camera 6 men barged into a hotel room of an interfaith couple, a Hindu man and a Muslim woman, thrashed them brutally and filmed them. The gang verbally abused the couple and filmed the woman while abusing her. The attackers happened to be from the Muslim community. After thrashing them incessantly, the gang even took the woman out to a field and assaulted her. But in a major alleged twist, the survivor alleges that she was raped by these 6 men who had barged into that hotel room and that they took turns raping her. She states that she remembers only one of the men's names, which was Aftab, seeking strict action against all 6. The police, however, stated yesterday that the survivor didn't mention rape on the day and that it was only today that she has raised this allegation. The police and the probe into what she said is on by them. 2 accused have been arrested in the case so far. There were 6 men in total, and this is the film that they've released out into the public, where the faces of the 2 victims can also